everyone is so attached to the scale and the mirror. And it's like, there's so many other metrics that will tell you that you're heading in the right direction. I know we've had clients too, thought that the weight loss was going to happen faster because they had come from programs when, they lost 30 pounds in a month. And it's like with us and our philosophy is we don't need you to get there fast. We want you to be able to get there permanently. And for her, she's lost 24 pounds over the last 6 months. And it's like, okay, so 6 months is 24 weeks. So you've lost an average of 1 pound a week. So if we continued on this trajectory, by the end of the year, you have lost 52 pounds for an entire year.
Yes.
Which is a big thing because a lot of people don't even think about that. A lot of people be like, okay, you lost 52 pounds, but they want to see it like crash down 52 pounds. Let's say it took you 2 months to lose 52 pounds. In a year, you still have 10 months left. If you can't sustain that 52 pound weight loss for the rest of that 10 months, it's a fail, right? And most people will come back up on the other side of that and notice that big rebound.
Yeah.
But if we can just focus on losing 1 pound a week, you will have lost and maintained 52 pounds of weight loss for an entire year, which is huge. If you even lost a half a pound per week, you will have lost 26 pounds and maintained it for an entire year.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge thing to realize, and everyone thinks it needs to happen so fast, but it's like, do you want it to happen fast or do you want it to happen permanently?
Yeah.
Because if you can lose 52 pounds and keep it off for the next 5-10 years, it's a better route to just take 1 pound at a time. It's much easier, and it's going to be much more enjoyable for you doing it that way.
Yeah, because this is a mental shift when it comes to the ladies, because like we said, there's so much fucking bullshit out there. And it's like you see all these like videos that lose 30 pounds in 30 days, get abs in 7 days, like all these quick fixes that like gets you like quick results that fast. And now we all think that we have to see results that fast.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not sustainable.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of that, but there's also, I think, some like false assumptions around what a fitness journey looks like. Because I know back in the day, like you were 115 pounds, which ain't shit. And you thought you needed to lose weight.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to lose weight at 115 pounds. That's when I was like, oh, I just need to eat less. I just need to eat less and do cardio. And I was 115 pounds. And I'm like, girl, you're 5'3", 115 pounds. Why do you need to lose weight?
Yeah, and that's a lot of people out there will think that they need to lose weight. I know there's a girl that just was in your DMs the other day that was like, I want to lose 25 pounds, and she's 5'6", 145.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you trying to lose weight? Like, there's nothing wrong with your weight. But what happens is when you don't have experience, all you're looking at is the mirror. And if you can't see the definition that you want to see, the assumption is, I need to lose weight. But in reality, what we know as coaches and being experienced in this, oftentimes you're better off actually gaining muscle than losing weight. So if you took two people, right? Let's say one person was 200 pounds and had 20 pounds of body fat. And let's say you took another person that was 100 pounds and had 20 pounds of body fat. The 100-pound person is going to be 20% body fat. The 200-pound person is going to be 10% body fat. Massive difference between these two people and what they actually look like. And that was a big realization that you had. But in our first phase, that's always what we go through is body recomposition. Because if you take this same person that's 100 pounds with 20 pounds of body fat and they didn't lose a single pound of fat, let's say they just increased muscle. They put on 20 pounds of muscle. Their body fat is going to go down by default because their overall weight has gone up, but the body fat percentage or the amount of body fat they have is going to stay the same. So that person is now going to look leaner. It's going to look more defined.
Yeah, we can put these pictures together. I am 130 pounds over here, and I'm 130 pounds now. Completely different body composition.
And you can even go on Google. If you just type in body fat percentage, like there's one comes up for men, one comes up for women, but it shows you what the body looks like at different body fat percentages. And usually for women, you guys want to be somewhere between 15 and 20% for you to be quote unquote lean, because you guys carry more fat than men do naturally. Men want to be somewhere between, to be athletic is around 12 to 15. And that's where you have like the outline of abs and you're not like diced up, but you look athletic. But everyone just assumes like, if I want to get there, I need to lose this amount of weight. It's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's an equation of how much or how much fat you have on top of your muscles. And it's something that you're even experiencing right now because you put on so much muscle on your upper body. Now all of a sudden you're seeing these veins start to pop out and you're becoming vascular. That's a sign that now you've reduced body fat percentage because now you're seeing those things. You're seeing the definition. So that's a big thing for people to realize. It's like you might not have to lose weight.
You just have to gain muscle.
Right. And that's what you really need to look at.
To really enjoy, like, you know, to be like happy with where you at.
And some people will fuck themselves up too because they're not at a bad weight, but they're trying so hard to lose weight.
I know.
And for the sake of them seeing the scale go down, more likely than not, they're just going to lose more muscle, which is only going to make it so much harder for you to be happy with what you see in the mirror.
Yeah.
And how your clothes fit and making your body actually look different.
Yeah.
So that's another piece too is calorie deficits. I know we've had questions about, you know, what actually is a calorie deficit. So a calorie deficit, on the simplest of terms, just means that on a daily basis, you are burning more calories than you're eating. That is it. Now that just becomes such a variable based on how much muscle you have, how much activity you're doing, how tall you are. Like all of these things that makes up who you are as a person will determine how much calories you're actually burning versus you just being like, I need to eat 1,200 calories.
Right.
It's like you might not have to eat at 1,200 calories to be in a deficit. But people will take it there because most of these companies have marketed that 1,200 calorie diet. They don't tell you that's 1,200 calories. But when you do the math, that's usually what it adds up to because they can just take the average weight of people, average weight of women, and say, let's put that in a severe deficit and that person's going to see weight loss. But they don't tell you that you're going to adapt to that.